I just want to be honest with the crowd, and I just feel like I just feel a little off today because I think that my career has just kind of gone really fast, and it's really hard to keep up. And so I just being honest that I'm just having a hard time today.
So I have been wanting to cover this for the past couple of days. It is the whole Chappell Roan discourse that has been going on TikTok. And truly, if you ask me, should it really be made into this whole drama? Is she right? Is she wrong? I really do think she's in the right.
Would you go up to a random lady and say, "Can I get a photo with you?" And she's like, "No, what the f-?" And then you get mad at this random lady?
This is regarding her coming on and basically telling her fans, because it is her fans, basically saying, stop stalking me, stop harassing me, my family is affected. She made 2 TikToks where she was just saying that she's had enough and she is a human being, and just because she is an artist and she is famous, that doesn't give fans the right to demand and almost treat her not like a human. This isn't the person what she said, but this is my interpretation of it.
I need you to answer questions. Just answer my questions for a second. If you saw a random woman on the street, would you yell at her from the car window? Would you harass her in public? Would you go up to a random lady and say, "Can I get a photo with you?" And she's like, "No, what the f-?" And then you get mad at this random lady? Would you be offended if she says no to your time because she has her own time? Would you stalk her family? Would you follow her around? Would you try to dissect her life and bully her online? This is a lady you don't know, and she doesn't know you at all. Would you assume that she's a good person? Assume she's a bad person? Would you assume everything you read about her online is true? I'm a random bitch. You're a random bitch. Just think about that for a second, okay? I don't care that abuse and harassment, stalking, whatever, is a normal thing to do to people who are famous or a little famous, whatever. I don't care that it's normal. I don't care that this crazy type of behavior comes along with the job, the career field I've chosen. It does not make it okay. That doesn't make it normal. It doesn't mean I want it. It doesn't mean that I like it. I don't want whatever the you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity. I don't give a if you think it's selfish of me to say no for a photo or for your time or for a hug. That's not normal. That's weird. It's weird how people think that you know a person just because you see them online or you listen to the art they make. That's weird. I'm allowed to say no to creepy behavior, okay?
And this isn't the only time the Chappell has publicly said and even broke down, such as the clip that I shared at the very beginning. This isn't the very first time that she has said that she's overwhelmed with the amount of fame that she has suddenly acquired.
I'm trying to figure out how to say this because I want to be.
You got this! We're here for you!
I just want to be honest with the crowd, and I just feel like I just feel a little off today because I think that my career has just kind of gone really fast, and it's really hard to keep up. And so I just being honest that I'm just having a hard time today.
And I am well aware that she has been in the music industry for a little while, but it's only really been recently that she has skyrocketed. Now, I'm not a mega fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think she's a very good artist. I think she's very talented. I think she is very, very, very creative. It reminds me of someone really coming from a very raw place. They are an artist. Do you know what I mean? I agree with what a lot of people are saying, where they say that she just wanted to make music and she was doing it because she loved music and she loved being creative and all of this. And because people resonate and love her so much, she's also a massive influence in the gay community as well. Because of this, it has made people go into this almost craze with her and treat her as if she is subhuman, when really she is just all about the art. She didn't really want to sign up for everything else that has now happened to her.
People are trying to cancel Chappell Roan after she lashed out at her assistant after he couldn't get her dress off on stage. You can see here that he's trying to get it off, but he can't really find where to untie it. And Chappell Roan just kind of keeps singing, acting as if nothing's happening, work together to get it off, and eventually she can't. So she just yanks it out of his hand and walks off. Now, to be clear, I think trying to cancel Chappell Roan for something like this is so stupid, especially when the dude was stupid enough to not know how to untie a bow like this. I wonder, if it's as easy to untie as this, why couldn't she have just done it herself? Now, do I think this is a good way to treat people? Honestly, no. But when you're a performer like her, who's always in the spotlight and is currently performing in front of hundreds of thousands of fans, it's easy to get caught up in the moment and say, hey, I'm performing, I need to get the show going on. And because let's be honest, if you were in her shoes and you were performing in front of all these people, this would probably be your reaction, if not worse. It doesn't stop people on the internet from trying to cancel her, with people saying, whoa, she's such a brat, already acting like a diva, and I like her music, but geez, I'm continuously getting bad vibes.
I didn't read the comments, but from what I gather from what other TikTokers are saying, it was very strange because a lot of people, her fans, were calling her ungrateful and were saying that, you know, you don't appreciate everything that we're doing and all of this kind of stuff. You know, you are ungrateful, the fame has got to your head, etc., etc.
Posted about this on my story, but I wanted to make a video about it because I have a lot of thoughts and feelings, and I think that we're watching something really bad happen in real time, and I feel very icky about it. You don't want to watch this video. The TLDR is no human being is equipped to handle this. No human being is equipped to handle becoming so big so fast well, and anything that she does, like trying to deal with that, is fine by me.
Swiftly after these, her comment section has been turned off. She hasn't uploaded anything since. She's basically telling people that, you know, please just give me some space. Just because you see me doesn't mean you're entitled to my time. I have some people, and I have seen the TikToks, and I don't want to be going over all of them, but you do have some people who say that she could have handled it with a bit more gracefully. Is a person that has obviously been pushed to the point. And I say this because she did an interview with Drew Afwalo where she was basically saying that she is being stalked, she is being harassed. She has said that she is not going to be carrying on with music if her family is then involved.
They've started to be freaks.
Yeah,
they follow
get real,
me.
Yeah, they follow
and
you around.
follow like know where my parents live and like my sister, where's my sister works, like all this weird shit. And I'm just like, this is the time when I was like a few years ago that I said if stalker vibes, like family was in danger, is when I would quit. And like we're
Me
there.
too. Same.
We're
Yeah.
there.
Same.
And so I'm just kind of like in this battle of like, I've like pumped the brakes on honestly anything to like make me more known. Kind of a forest fire right now, just like being itself.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not trying to go do a bunch of, you know, shit.
Yeah, it's just kind
Like
of what's happening.
I just want to do like
your art and
that, but just things that I feel like that are like this, like just girly time and not like such high, like I feel like I could be myself. I don't have to be like super
Chappell.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like too, it's very strange because it's like you get everything you've ever wanted in terms of career because you're like, this is what I've always wanted, to make money off my art. Promo. I know you need the help, so
I do.
Go ahead, take your opportunity.
Don't be a freak to me in public. And also,
please. Let her frolic.
Let somersault.
Let her frolic.
For God's sake. Yeah, I mean, this year is gonna be Awesome.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it's now gotten to a point where her family is involved. People are, in fact, contacting the family, finding out where her family members live, stalking Chappell, screaming at her from car windows. She can't go anywhere without being screamed and shouted at. Did, in fact, break down on stage crying, saying, you know, that she is just not accustomed to this level of fame just so quickly. And it is true, because she has kind of, to me anyway, because I didn't follow her before this or last year, it kind of seemed like she did just shoot out of nowhere to someone that didn't know of her before. And that has got to be so incredibly tough to deal with. A lot of celebrities kind of recently have come out and said the one that I think about the most is Doja Cat, and I know people think of her as a controversial figure, but I personally really like Doja Cat's music. I respect her as an artist. Respected the fact that she came out and she said, you know, I'm not going to say that I love you. I don't know who you are. That's weird. You don't love me. I don't love you. I don't know you.
I used to like your music, but you treat your fans like shit. Dude, literally suck. You act like I have some responsibility to be like babying people and treating people like stupid. But they're not stupid. That's why I yell at them. Somebody coming in here being like, you're ugly as when you're bald. That's my fan? You're so misguided. You act like I'm saying my fans are, it's like you're hearing me say that out of my mouth when I never did. There's a lot of people I don't like who I listen to their music. If I knew them, I probably wouldn't like them. I'm not your friend. I make music and you like it. And if you don't, cool, great. I don't give a I'm not doing it so that you like me. I'm doing it because it's fun. I love my fans. I wouldn't have this painting in front of me if it wasn't for my fans. I wouldn't have food on my table. I wouldn't have my house if it wasn't for my fans. I would have a home, but I wouldn't have this house probably. But I'm not giving them all the credit because I do work my ass off. So
said that she appreciates her fans, but she's never going to come out and say I love you because she doesn't know them. She can love the fact that people support her, but it's the whole parasocial relationship. And Doja Cat's not the only one who has come out recently and has said that fans can be crazy, like really quite crazy, because these people who are stalking Chappell and contacting family members and showing up everywhere and demanding, these people are not fans. They are super fans. These are the people who watch and truly believe like they are connected. And it's because, you know, Chappell makes such good music that does resonate with people. She did a interview, Chappell Roan and Bowen Yang, on queers, fears and surviving superstardom. This was with Interview. I will leave that whole thing because it is incredibly interesting. She's then talking about her stardom and how it affects her. She says, Roan says, I appreciate advice. I don't know anyone who's going through this personally. The biggest thing has been getting recognized and just feeling not myself, and touring. It's all consuming. I've never given a F about the charts or being on the radio, but it's so crazy how industry people are taking me more seriously than before. I'm like, I've been doing this the whole time, B. Yang says, B. Roan says, like, my career doesn't mean anything more now that I have a charting album and song. If anything, I'm just like, F you guys for not seeing what actually matters. A chart is so fleeting. Everyone leaves the chart. I'm just like, this is giving valedictorian. Herself has publicly said that charts don't matter, fame is fleeting, and nowadays people are going, oh, Chappell, we love you, but she's been doing it this whole entire time and people are only now just cosseting on. In my eyes, I think that she is an artist. She's not in it for the fame, not there for a fleeting moment. She's not there for any other reasoning of the fact that she wants to make her music and she wants it to resonate with people. And unfortunately, that has then meant that people have then become so obsessed with her that she's then having to take on this extra little bit that was a massive extra bit that she didn't want. And she herself has said that she's not going to carry on doing this if it affects her family, and it wouldn't surprise me if she, stops making music for a little while.
I think that after this tour, Chappell Roan is going to disappear. She is going to poof, gone, right? She got too big too fast.
All of this could have just been prevented if people hadn't have been so strange. I think the whole taking photograph thing, I think what people don't necessarily understand is that if someone looks like they're in a rush, you run up to them and say, can I have a photo? You then have to think about the other 100 people that day that have also done the same thing. So it's not just you that's asked for that photo, it's also other people where it's happened, and maybe her saying, I just don't want to take photographs. Like, if you see me and I'm in a rush and I'm trying to get from A to B, or for whatever, if you catch me on the street and it doesn't look like I want to be approached, please don't approach me. People can go a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 8 or a whatever, you know what I mean? People can have a job, then clock off and go outside and enjoy their life. Whereas you have really huge artists, people that have grown in popularity, who make the music, who tour, who give you everything in that regard, who will do meet and greets. So when they want to pop to the shop, or when they want to have a nice dinner out somewhere, you know, that's meant to be their clock off time. That's how I feel about it. I've never actually seen a big celebrity out in the wild. I think the only celebrity I have ever seen ever, and this will make no sense to anyone unless you live in the UK, the only celebrity I've ever seen is Jordan North, and that was coming out of the Cardiff BBC, the BBC Cardiff radio station. I saw him walking to the train station and I stood next to him. I didn't even say hello. I literally didn't even say hello. I just looked in his direction, made sure that I was like, oh, that is him, and then just looked away. I don't want to like say, oh, I know you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's really weird. But even if it was like a huge celebrity, I just don't think I'd say anything, because I don't know. I'd feel really uncomfortable just going up to someone and just begging them for their time. But that's just me, and maybe that's just me saying it because I haven't seen a massive celebrity, but I just don't think I'd be doing that. But all this is to say is that people are very split. Some people really do think that, oh, fame has got to her head. You know, you have that moment where people were picking her apart because she had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction where the assistant couldn't get her the clips or a bow. They couldn't untie part of what she was wearing. So she then kind of like stormed about and looked a bit annoyed, but people were calling her a diva for that. People were then also calling her a diva for yelling at the VIPs, you know, and the VIP people in the VIP booths recently didn't stand up, and they weren't doing the H-O-T-G-O-G-O. They weren't doing the, you know, the thing to that.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O. It's so weird that VIP thinks they're so way too cool to do this.
I don't think that she is well equipped to deal with this amount of fame so quickly. I think that this has been blown so far out of proportion. The fact that she actually has to disable her comments because her fans are saying that she's ungrateful for like basically feeling unsafe. She just doesn't want to, you know, she just doesn't want that. Like, that's a boundary, and you should respect people's boundaries. It doesn't matter if you buy their music or listen to your music. The payback for you supporting them is to get good music. That is the reward. It shouldn't be, you know, running up to them and trying to meet them. That shouldn't be the way that it is. But unfortunately, with today's society, with, you know, the internet and people feeling like they know the person because they saw a Instagram with them, because they follow them on social media, that means nothing. That literally means nothing.
That doesn't make it normal. It doesn't mean I want it. It doesn't mean that I like it. I don't want whatever the you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity.
Just my own thoughts and feelings on this whole situation. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.